I want to share a framework that I've created, and it's called Harmonized Wellness. These are ideas that I've learned from so many other people, and I've made my own little twist on it. Basically, it's an 8-part framework that we can start using each component in harmony, and it can help amplify and start living life limitlessly. So what I'm going to do today is share 3 of them with you so you don't get too overwhelmed by the whole process. Let's first look at the word harmonized. Harmonized is a word that isn't frequently used. We got harmony, and then we got another word similarly, it's called balance. To help you understand more, let's look at balance. This is balance right here. We got work and we got life. Super easy to understand. Probably the best thing we can do in life is have a work-life balance. For the average person, most people, we work 5 days a week and we have life, which is the weekend, about 2 days of the week. That could be a balance. Of course, there is a balance there. It doesn't mean it's 50-50. Right now, it's 5 days and 2 days of the week where there is a work-life balance. That is a way of being balanced. We got something with harmony. We've got 8 components in Harmonized Wellness. What we want to do is not just be in the middle, we want to fluctuate between them all. We've got mental, we've got emotional, and we've got physical. So these are the 3 that I'm going to focus on today. Let's start with mindset. It's massive. I've done a reel on this previously. Focusing on improving our mental state, because this is the key. Our mind is the key to absolutely everything. We can't think right, we can't make decisions right. Doesn't matter how much we lift weights, doesn't matter how much we can just feel into it. Doesn't matter. Mindset, it's key, baby. So with the mindset, what we want is a clear mind. We've got mental clarity. What we also want is to feed the mind proper nutrition. And what I mean by proper nutrition for the mind is super key. What I mean by this is what we see, what we hear, what we eat. Super, super important. Everything around us leads back to the environment. Got to make sure we got the right nutrition to feed our mindset, to make sure it's clear and it works effectively. And the third thing for our mental state is we need to gain tools to start managing our mental state, what we need to do. Such as this, Harmonized Wellness is a tool to literally help your mental state, and you can start using it yourself. Bloody awesome, eh? So we got the mental state. The next thing what we want to focus on is the emotion. And as blokes, I don't have emotions. I don't like talking about my emotions, and nah, I'm just good, mate. Cool. If that's you, keep watching. It's not about just feeling them and expressing them with all love and joy when I'm that, and when I'm sad, I just cry and just let it out. If that works, amazing. But for myself, I want to be emotionally intelligent. Very, very different from just feeling into it. I use my emotions as tools. It's like, cool, I am anxious. Amazing. Why am I anxious? Awesome. It's because I'm overwhelmed about that thing, and now that's causing anxiety. Amazing. Now what I'll do is to help myself be less overwhelmed, start using some tools to be less overwhelmed. Emotions are great when they can be used as a tool, and they can. So much easier than just, I'm anxious, and they're stressed, and they're overwhelmed, and then now I'm not progressing, and then end up sitting on the scroll hole, not getting anywhere in life. Sucks balls, doesn't it? The next thing for emotions is we must, like I said, use them as a tool. So using them as a tool where we can start being aware of each one, how we can use it, and use it to our advantage, rather than just, whoa man, where did all that emotion come from? What is going on? Like stress, anxiety, too much, bro, too much. All right, so again, tools. And of course, like I mentioned before, we want to be aware of our emotions. What I mean by awareness is if I'm aware of my emotions, it's not, okay, let's just figure out that feeling. No, awareness within the body. If I'm anxious, and that's the feeling that I'm feeling, where do I find that in my body? Okay, cool. Anxiety, tight feeling in the chest, bit of clammy hands, that's it. That's literally the physical feeling. Remove the mental kind of fog, that's what I feel. If I'm aware of that, and that's what the anxiety feels like, check this out. If I'm super excited, most of the time I have a tight feeling in my chest, clammy hands, and of course I'll think about it differently, but that's the same physical feeling. By learning and becoming more emotionally intelligent, we can then be aware of what those physical feelings are, and then we can use them as tools to start progressing so we can get over them and work through them rather than just be absolutely drowned out by all of these emotions. Next thing what I want to share with you is the physical side of things. Most people are like, oh yeah, gotta get to the gym, mate. Doosh, start lifting some weights. But what happens is that you might be overthinking, and then you might be feeling some emotions and you don't feel them, so I'm just gonna pump them out, bruh. Cool, if that works, man, amazing, but you're actually distracting yourself from that problem. So physical, what I mean by this is it's not just about the exercise and pumping some weights. It's simply about moving the body. So moving your body can literally mean going for a walk. It could be dancing around. Just move your body. If it means you're pumping the gym, amazing. be aware about these things. Be aware if you're trying to distract yourself from some things that you're feeling. The next thing is nutrition. What are you feeding within your body? If you're eating lots of processed food, it's not going to help with your mind, it's not going to help with your emotions, it's obviously not going to help with your physicality. Just change that salami, go to the butcher, mate. If you're eating lots and lots of fruit and vegetables, doing amazing, but how could you improve that? Maybe some organic fruit, for example. As a whole, we'll just look at whole foods. And look at this, if it's got numbers on the back, preservatives, just have less of those. It's super simple. You don't need to go on some crazy diet plan, man. So the other thing with physical wellness is people use a scale to figure out their weight and like, okay, I need to get to that weight. Cool, amazing. But man, if you can just simply look sexy in the mirror, take your clothes off, duck yourself, get fully naked. If you can look sexy and feel sexy within that mirror, and if you want to get sexy, amazing. But if you can say, you know what, man, I like that. I'm sexy. Cool, amazing. And not from an ego perspective, a little bit from an ego perspective, but genuinely feeling sexy within yourself, feeling confident. If you can get to that place, and if you're not at that place, that's completely okay. Work on it, doing the reps. You got it. Overall, harmonized wellness, these are the 3 out of the 8. This is also what I teach in the coaching side of things. And we actually do a test on, cool, which areas in life, out of all of these 8, we do a little scale. Super, super simple. We look at each one, what it's all about, and figure out where we can start improving ourselves so we can start living in harmony and then starting to live life limitlessly. These are the 3 steps, the key ones, super, super important, and that's harmonized wellness, baby.